The Dallas Mavericks just finished their third game of the season, resulting in a win, 110-102 over the Utah Jazz. And the fact that even though Luka Doncic didn't have a good scoring game, the rest of our role players stepped up, and that will make this team absolutely unstoppable. PJ Washington had a bounce back game. Najee Marshall and Quentin Grimes are starting to find their role. Spencer Dinwiddie finally got minutes, and it paid dividends. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the game, what went right with the Dallas Mavericks, what we can do as a team moving forward, and what we can expect from the guys tomorrow against the Timberwolves. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavericks Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 13,928 subscribers, getting very, very close to that goal of 15K. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, the live streams, the watch longs, the news vids, and the post games vids just like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But the Dallas Mavericks had a bounce back game after losing to the Phoenix Suns, where the refs just weren't giving us a call at all. They had twice as many free throws as the Dallas Mavericks. No one could get in a rhythm. They also couldn't shoot the ball very well. It was a pretty bad game Saturday. But tonight, they put all that to the side. They moved on. They already forgot about that Phoenix Suns game. And out the gate, the Dallas Mavericks looked amazing against the Utah Jazz. Now, I know it's just the Utah Jazz, but you still got to step up. You still got to show up night after night and get that dub. And like I said in the intro, even though Luka Doncic didn't have the best game, which we will talk about later in this video, the rest of the guys stepped up. The fact that PJ Washington had a bounce back game, the fact that Quentin Grimes as well as Najee Marshall are both starting to find their roles on this team. Derrick Lively coming alive off the bench along with Spencer Dinwiddie gave this team the energy they needed to win this game and move on. But let's take a look at the box score from tonight's game. For the Dallas Mavericks, PJ Washington had 12 points, 2 blocks, 4 steals, 2 assists, and 11 rebounds. Pulled his first double-double this season. Still not able to hit his threes. He was 0 of 4 from 3, but was 6 of 11 from the floor. Daniel Gafford, the landlord, had 9 points, 3 huge blocks, 7 rebounds, and was 4 of 8 from the floor. And Kyrie Irving. I know a lot of people didn't like what I said about the last game against Phoenix. He had 22 points, but it took him 22 shots. Well, tonight he was more efficient, and we're all the better for it. He had 23 points, and he was 8 of 14 from the floor, 3 of 6 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He also was facilitating and playmaking and playing defense. He had 1 block, 1 steal, 9 assists, as well as 6 rebounds. Kyrie definitely bounced back from that game Saturday against the Phoenix Suns. Luka Doncic was 5 of 22 from the floor and was 1 of 9 from 3. He was 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 15 points. He had 2 turnovers, 1 block, 3 steals, 8 assists, and 9 rebounds. And there's a lot that can be said about Luka Doncic, but long story short, it just wasn't a good game. They were playing very aggressive defense on Luka, really keying in on him, and Luka really wasn't getting any calls from the refs. Still no love from the referees, but the shot just wasn't falling, going 5 of 22. He just wasn't able to find any type of rhythm at all tonight. And the 3 ball obviously wasn't falling, but he was still able to impact the game in many different ways, was still able to facilitate, find guys open, able to get rebounds, and still play defense. This was Luka Doncic's worst shooting game, and I'm fine with that happening this early in the season and not later in the playoffs or later in the finals. And we can't be too hard on Luka Doncic. Great players do have bad games. Just like how Kyrie Irving had a bad game in Phoenix, he had a great game tonight against Utah. Luka Doncic had a pretty bad shooting night tonight against Utah, but we'll have an even better game tomorrow against the Timberwolves. If we lost, I'm sure a lot of people would really point out to this as a reason why we lost, but we won the game. That's all that matters. The bright side of this is the fact that we have role players that will step up. PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Derrick Lively, Spencer Dinwiddie, they all stepped up, as well as, of course, Kyrie and Klay. Everybody stepped up when Luka wasn't having a great night, and that makes us a great team. That makes us an unstoppable team if you really want to look at it. But just continuing with the box score, I don't want to harp too much on Luka. Klay Thompson had another great night with 15 points, only 1 turnover. He had 2 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 4-11 from 3 and 7 of 15 from the floor. Omax had 4 minutes. He was in a little bit in the second quarter. Didn't really see much of him till garbage time. Najee Marshall, like I said, starting to find some rhythm. I saw a lot of good playmaking, great defense, was very quick and agile, and was able to move the ball around very well. Had 4 points, had 1 steal, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. Kessler Edwards and Dwight Powell also were in there for garbage time. Derrick Lively, 26 points off the bench, putting up 14 points, 3 blocks, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. It was 7 of 10 from the floor. Derrick Lively and that little hook shot, that little post-game move that he's added to his bag is paying dividends. We do not win this game without Derrick Lively being able to do what he does off the bench. Shout out to Derrick Lively. As well as Spencer Dinwiddie, the smoothie king, looking very smooth tonight. Finished the game with 11 points, had 1 block, had 1 assist, no rebounds, but was 3 of 4 from 3. Hit 3 nice threes in the first half. It was amazing. It was like a heat check out of nowhere. Spencer Dinwiddie had very little to no minutes in the first 2 games of the season, but after tonight, I think it's fair to say we see more Spencer moving forward if he's going to keep playing like this. And also, Quentin Grimes, again, finding his role, had very good moments. He was playing good defense, facilitating, moving the ball, also handling the ball. The fact that Najee Marshall and Quentin Grimes can both handle the ball very well is a godsend for us. No one have to worry about Luka or Kyrie having to shoulder all the point guard duties. But Quentin Grimes finished with 4 points, had 1 block, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds, was 0-2 from 3, 2-2 from the free throw line, and 1-4 from the floor. Brandon Williams played garbage time. Jaden Hardy, unfortunately, is losing his minutes to Spencer Dinwiddie. It seems like only 5 minutes, had 1 turnover and 1 personal foul. But as a team, we had 9 blocks. I definitely like that. I'm sorry, we had 12 blocks. I can't even read. We had 12 blocks as a team and 9 steals. That just is a testament to our defense. As our defense continues to be, in my opinion, top tier, it's going to definitely help us in the beginning of the season as our offense slowly starts to find itself. And as a team, we shot 11 of 39 from the 3. 28% isn't the best, but we did shoot 45% from the floor and 76% from the free throw line. Those are the splits I can live with. If the 3 ball isn't falling, find other ways to score, and the team definitely did. But like I said, this was Luka Doncic's worst shooting night, although I'm not worried about this at all. Luka can have a bad night. I can't remember the last time Luka had a bad night. But Basketball Reference does. And if we take a look right here, shout out to Nick Angst from Locked On Mavs. He tweeted out saying, tonight was Luka Doncic's worst shooting game of his career. Minimum 22 field goals attempted. He was 5 of 22 and 1 of 9 from 3. But these are his next 3 worst. His worst game was when he went 7 for 22 up against the Brooklyn Nets back in 2021. Then he was 7 of 23 back in 2023 against the Boston Celtics. And then he was 6 of 27 back in 2024 against the San Antonio Spurs. So, yes, I'm glad that Luka had his absolute worst shooting night this early in the season. We get it out the way. And what people in the chat tonight were saying was this is still Luka's preseason game. Luka, after the Olympics, or really after Goran Dragic's goodbye game, Luka Doncic was really just rehabbing his injuries, was really just taking it easy. Of course, he was still with the team. He was still practicing, but Luka didn't play in preseason. He didn't have those games to where he just loosen up and just really get a feel for the game again. Luka is still finding himself. He just had a 40-point game against the Phoenix Suns, and then he had a 15-point game against the Jazz. So obviously he's still finding his rhythm with the new additions to this team. Nothing to worry about. I know for a fact he will come out tomorrow looking amazing. Like I said, Kyrie had a bad game against Phoenix, had a great game against the Jazz. Good players can have bad games. But who was the player who I think was standing on business? Well, it's Mr. Stand on Business himself. The animation's all messed up, but you know it's the boy PJ, also known as P Jizzle. Definitely stood on business tonight after many people were wondering if PJ was ever going to have another comeback game. Was he going to come out looking like the PJ that we know? He was playing bad in the finals, bad to start the season, but you never give up on your guys. PJ came out tonight, had an amazing game. Definitely showed us a lot more effort. His effort in this game compared to the first 2 games of the season showed that he might have just been dragging his feet around. Didn't really look that engaged in the first 2 games, but he was everywhere today, grabbing boards, playing great defense, getting blocks, steals, scoring. The 3 ball ain't there just yet. Who knows if it ever will get there, but it's the fact that he could still find ways to score and still find ways to impact the game. And just to put a little spotlight on the boy PJ, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 blocks, 2 steals. PJ was all over the place, and you love to see it. And some honorable mentions definitely have to go to Spencer Dinwiddie for coming off the bench and having an amazing night. Derrick Lively as well off the bench. Daniel Gafford played well. Clay, Kyrie. There's a lot of honorable mentions, but only one can stand on business, and that was PJ Washington. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who do you think looked great tonight, or who do you think looks like they could use some help? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We could have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway like we do every single month on the first week of every month. And the only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.